Hi, it's Grandma Moore. It's Friday, out doing my thing. So, not sure about tomorrow, but definitely working today and trying to get as much done as I can. We got the propane ready, and today we're getting the gas, of course, when the gas starts going up, because in preparation for the winter storm, they're going to increase the gas prices. But, we need it for the generator. So, getting everything ready. All right, let's go and see what we can come up with. I've got a $5 order from McDonald's going 3 miles. It has bothered me and bothered me about that lady yesterday at Wingstop. So I've prayed about it, I've thought about it, and my next, if it happens again, my game plan is going to be don't react, ask her what she needs, how close she is to her goal, and be encouraging. But I have to have a plan so when it happens, it doesn't take me by surprise and I react to it. Because I think that's half the battle, is not the problem, but how you react to it. And I didn't do well because I hadn't had that situation before, so I didn't know what to do. But I've got a plan now. During my devotions, I always pray, what words should I say or whatever, I need guidance. So it's been laid on my heart to tell you a funny story. In my devotions, it talked about Genesis with Sarah and Abraham, or Abram. So it led to, it's a very funny story. So I got pregnant when I was 15, and I was going to name her Roxy Roxy. I love that name. Well, I was informed that your children's names should come out of the Bible. Oh my goodness, that was overwhelming. There's so many different types of names and which one would work, in today's society, and, you know, those kind of things. I don't want to give her uh too much of a crazy name, but like Roxy Roxanne wasn't crazy, but whatever. And so okay, I just had that in the back of my mind. My husband and I, we start going to natural childbirth classes, which they don't have those kind anymore, where we went a couple of days a week and they were like 3 hour classes. The whole breathing and all that. Man, I think everybody should take those breathing classes because it helps so much when you're in any kind of pain. But they also brought in specialists. And so the specialists would come in and talk about different things. You had the pediatric dentist, the pediatricians. But one day this lady comes in and she talks about the circumcision and if you should or if you shouldn't. And oh my goodness, I went home and I fretted so much. What the heck? So, of course, I opened my Bible. What do I do? Is this a religious thing? Is this not a religious thing? And in Genesis, Sarah and Abraham had their baby late in life, or Abraham, what was Abraham, like 90 something years old? And they talk about circumcision. And I'm sitting there reading all of this, and I seriously could not make that decision. I think that's why I ended up with all girls. I didn't know if I could handle doing the whole circumcision thing, like putting your baby through that, or did that pain, but yet you don't want them to deal with the hygiene portion of it either. So anyway, so my daughter ended up being named Sarah because that's what I was researching and I liked that. So, and it was just weird in my devotion today. It was talking about Sarah and Abraham. And then when I prayed about it, it said, tell them the story about how Sarah's name got picked. So that's how her name got picked. And if I would have had a boy, uh, he would have been named after my husband probably, but I don't know if I could have done that, made that decision or not. So anyway, that's about my devotion. And if you want to look it up, that part's in Genesis, and then for the Old Testament portion of it, And if you want to see my Sarah, I think on episode 35 in the comments, I put a link where somebody recently interviewed her. I accepted this Myers order. It's like $23 or something for 30 items. I haven't even looked at the list.
Like, like and subscribe.
Well, my mom called and she wants me to go lunch with her, my niece, and nephew. So I don't know how long I'm going to work today or what today's going to look like, but we were supposed to hang out on Sunday. But with the weather being possibly inclement on Sunday, we won't be able to do that. And I don't want to turn down some time to spend with her. So it might be a short video, it might be a long video. See what happens. I made $29 my very first hour, so that's good. It is just now 9:30 and I started at 8:30 and back to silver. I just flirt back and forth between silver and a nobody. So I don't know what I have a couple more hours before I'm supposed to meet her for lunch. So we'll see if I stay silver or not. $9 for Aldi's for 14 items. I'm not gonna take that, so I'll lose silver. Well, I took the $17 Aldi and Meyer order. 7 items at Aldi's, 9 items at Meyer's. They're across the street from each other, so that makes it nice. My only issue is earlier when I did that first Meyer's order a minute ago, when I got my glasses, my quarter flew under my driver's seat. So I'm gonna have to dig for a quarter somewhere. Well, that worked itself out because it was a small order and I didn't even need a cart. And it just took a minute. And I think this Meyer's is just going to be a minute. That'll already give me $46 before my 2 hours is up. So that's awesome. On my last order, one person was like making a vegetable slash beef stew, and the other one was making chili. There was a lot of elderly people in there. They were all talking about making their vegetable soups and chilies and everything. Thinking I might need to make chili, but as my husband was leaving this morning, he's like, let's just go to Key West before the storm comes. I told him only if he packed all my kids and grandkids would I go. So in preparation of the storm, about, family members, if they're gonna be okay. I know and some of them I've talked to has generators. They've already tested them out. We tested ours out. We have two. So we can have one for our place and one for a family member as needed. So, and I've been working on prepping, so I have a lot of beans and rice. So worst comes to worst, we could eat a lot of bean soup. And I have campfire spots out in my backyard. I have wood. I told my husband, I said, worst comes to worst, be getting our Dutch oven out and making us some bean soup. I don't have any ham hock to put in it, but I'll figure something out. But so I'm really not worried about food at all. And it's interesting, as that's one of my number one things I want to work on is prepping. So I think this is a good test. I have plenty of water. I actually have a well on my land, but the foot pump or something is broken and it's a little complicated, I think. So, but that's one of the things I really want to get fixed. As I've been passing the gas stations and everything, DoorDashing, I've been seeing a lot of people filling up, um, oh, what do you call them? Cans of gas. Lots. This one truck, I think the whole truck was nothing but gas cans. The whole truck bed was nothing but gas cans. So we're not the only ones. My second drop off was literally across the street from the first drop off, so that made it nice. Elevator was down and I had to figure it out. So the person didn't speak English that was helping me, so we had to use translator. So that was interesting to learn how to do that and be able to communicate. When I'm in other countries, my daughter speaks Russian fluent, my son-in-law speaks Hungarian fluent, so I don't have to worry about using those devices. But I learned today, so that was neat. I took the CVS for 11.75 for three easy items, and it's going 7 miles, but it's took me back. It's good. So excited. It's making good money this morning. That took way too long to shop for. It was earwax removal. I couldn't find it, so I asked the pharmacist, and they gave me crazy aisle number. So I just started going through every single aisle again, and then right there it was. So it took a while. And then they wanted these two chocolate candy bars. So I go to the chocolate, nothing. And then I start seeing them pictures. It's not available. I could find different kinds, but not the size and kind they wanted. So I start taking pictures. I'm still walking around waiting to for the response. And they're on the opposite side where candy, a different aisle across the way on an end cap on this side. So it took me a long time to shop for that. So it's 10:36 and 10 minutes away, but oh well. I mean, what horrible, what, 15 minutes? It's gonna take me so about 30 minutes for 11 bucks. So I can't be mad about that. I forgot to tell you. So yesterday, when I went to the bank, I had the reason why I was trying to go to the ATM, I needed to switch money around because I had money in all these accounts. I needed to get it into one account so I could pay bills and get what I needed done. And so we're talking about numbers. I was talking about my math degree, and they offered me a job. And believe me, it crossed my mind, but I love my freedom. So I said no. But I also thought, my other thought was, my high heel days are done. You know, dressing up and doing the hair and the makeup. I'm so glad I don't have to do none of that no more. I just do what I want to do. I don't have to go to meetings or, you know, pretend to be somebody I'm not. But, if worst comes to worst, I know I can go back to the bank and they'll give me a part-time job. I declined an order because I couldn't get turned around to where I needed to be. Do you ever accept or decline depending on your location? So I went ahead and took a 650 order for 3.5 miles just because it was easy for me to get to. I it drives me crazy when they send me an order past where I've gone and I have to make a uncomfortable U-turn. If it's a comfortable U-turn, I don't mind. Well, they added a $4 Dunkin'. I took it. It was zero point 0.8 miles. And I love my Dunkin' girls. So I haven't seen them in forever. So I'm excited to go see them. I had gotten a $15 order going 13 miles and I accepted, but while I was sitting there, it was going to be a 5 minute wait. My mom texted, so they're ready for lunch. So I went ahead and ended my dash. It's 11:30. I went 44 miles, made $68. So worked 3 hours and made 66. Not bad. I'm not sure if I'm going to work anymore today. If not, I will definitely be working tomorrow. So I'll keep you in tune on what's up with that. And still at silver, so that's good. No new customer ratings. It always worries me. Like, will they all come at once or something? But anyway, it's very cold. I'm jacket on, jacket off. So, gonna go eat and see what the day brings. I hope you all have a good weekend. If I don't talk to you all, thank you so much for watching, commenting, and being part of this community. It really means a lot. Stay happy. God bless you.